Hello, my name is Masternjs, and I've got some 1v1 gameplay here for you. This is pre-recorded, so I'm kind of doing a voiceover play-by-play here, and we'll be going through this. I've got two ranked games. Well, I guess it's not ranked yet here in Smite 2, but Duel is always ranked in our hearts, basically. But I've got a Medusa game and a Hurt game coming up here. You'll kind of hear me in the background. I had my mic on when I was recording this in the first place. A couple coughs and sniffles here and there, but we'll kind of give you play-by-play through this. First things first, we're kind of in the mirror match, which is always a little bit awkward. If you get behind a little bit, mirror matches are pretty tough to come by because you have that come back on.
Did you give me a pension?
You have those, the same cooldowns, same abilities. It can be a little bit rough if you get behind, so you have to be really well disciplined in mirror matches, and you have to consider your build a lot. If you have an inferior build, it's going to be a pretty tough game if the skills are similar, Going through this, though, starter items are a little bit tough. In this one, I opted to go for a Warrior's Axe. I feel like it's probably the strongest, actually. There's a Death's Toll, Bluestone Pendant, those kind of things are going to be strong as well. But the 1v1 potential you have with that Warrior's Axe, I think, is going to be a lot stronger than those other starter items. I think I was starting to look at a Devourer's Gauntlet as well. I think I end up going with Dagger of Frenzy first, though.
Minions have spawned.
Items are a little bit strange in Smite 2. It's difficult to decide what's best. Certainly there's always going to be items that are stronger than the others, right? But just kind of play around and see what you're comfortable with. Maybe the strongest item isn't going to be the strongest one for you. So, play around with what you're comfortable with. Not a super strong start for me here. Had a decent kind of flank out on him there, but we're 0 for 5. We get the first auto, and that Warrior's Axe proc is pretty nice. Pretty far behind on clear here, so it gets a little tough. Looks like it's not going to pressure me out too bad, which is nice for me, because he definitely could have taken advantage there. Focus on clearing those minions that are low HP, see if I can kind of kick them off the buff. I thought showing my face there would do it, but it didn't. Come back, and of course he's going to outsecure me with that Sunder, right? So we trade. Looks like I got the better of him. I think I'm down about 2 minions here, though, plus that buff, so it might get bad. Oh, missed the dash. You can hear me say, oh no, I'm going to get pressured out with those archers hitting me. It's time to go. Thankfully, he missed that last auto, or else I would have got first blooded there. Walking around safe, he probably could have pressured me more right there. Yeah, dashes in. I missed the spit. Thankfully, the shell comes through. If he had a little bit more pressure there, if he played that, about 2% better all the way around, he would have killed me like 3 times, right? So thankfully, he was a little nice there, and I can reset, grabbing those last 2 creeps. I probably should have bought Chalice here, because I'm already behind, right? So I got that first back off. Bought an item there, and that Chalice would have actually allowed me to, step up and fight him more, even though I'm behind. He hits level 5, I'm level 4. But he hasn't backed yet, right? So if I had that Chalice, I might be in a position where I can kind of box him. Still, I'm going to play aggressive, see if I can catch him here. Looks like it's going to do the blue buff, and I don't want to give him an easy time. I'm going to pressure this out. Little spit. And thankfully, he kind of trolls there and gives me up the blue. So I'm going to take that, dash back. His resetting into the tower allows me to clear for free. Unfortunately, there's nothing up on the map here, so I'm not going to be able to pressure him out at all, really. I can get ahead on the clear, but now that he's reset, I don't have any advantage, with the gold anymore because he's ahead, and he's backed more recently than me, and is level 5, so this can be kind of scary. He's doing a pretty good job hitting that spit on me as well. So I'm just going to reset. There's not much I can do here. Maybe bait him a little bit. Grab my Warrior's Axe prog, trade out just a little bit, but I don't want to commit too much because he's gonna kick my ass right here. See, it probably would have been smart to just back there, but spur of the moment stay, try and get that wave. Is kind of beating me up. It looks like his not so aggressive, right? Doesn't look like his the type of player who's going to be pushing into the tower. I ult for safety because I was worried that it could really mess me up here. Thankfully, I have my shell back up, so I've got a little bit more confidence, but I'm just going to reset here, I think. Careful there, stepping back. You can see the range of my ruler. He could have easily, tagged me with an auto or two there. That could have maybe ended my life, right? So well disciplined back there. Coming back, always taking a look at his build. Looks like he's going for Transcendence. I see that red's coming up, so I'm going to want to try and clear this as fast as I can. Kind of making a mistake here, not pressing my dagger yet. Should have the, there we go. Okay, let's see if I can get the spit off. He dodges it pretty well. Plays a good angle on me. Oh, he got trolled right there, right? His spit didn't go off. I think he kind of freaked out because he didn't get that damage he was expecting and just went for the ult. Which is fine by me, so I'm not so scared here anymore. I can kind of press up. So maybe if I get another proc with that axe. Looks like I can't. That's okay. I'll start clearing this. Clear the minis because I know it's going to come. See if he's going to overcommit to it. And he has the Sunder, right? So not too much I could do there. Kind of have to give it up to them when they have the Sunder. That is their active, right? He plays that angle really well again, kind of spitting at me. I miss mine, so he's got a good advantage. My blue buff's coming up. I'm pretty low and I'm pressured out. So this isn't a great situation for me. You can hear me take a deep breath because I know this shit's not looking great at the moment. Looks like I opt to clear the wave there. It's probably pretty important for me. Now, I don't know if I don't think he cleared the blue there. I think he left that mini up. He was trying to be a little sadistic on me, and it ended up actually costing him farm because I wasn't able to secure that blue the second time. As far as the build path goes here, going into the Berserker Shield isn't the most stat efficient thing in the world since it's not going to be doing any magical damage to me. Yeah, it's a bit of a Smite 1 habit going into the Berserker Shield because that was a dedicated, physical item, and now it's a mixed one. So not the best when you're going against physical characters. And he's kind of getting owned right here. Missing the ult's a shame, but, actually getting a little bit of that mental game, that mental pressure back on him feels good. Able to clear this wave, and I'm going to look at his blue here by the way I'm posturing, right? I can hear him back, so I know he didn't fake me out because I wasn't looking at him. Clear this real quick. I just leave the mini up for him, Perfect, grab that proc. I'm going to hold this angle actually. I want to apply a little bit of pressure on him because I feel good right here. There we go, make him route in not a great way. I'm going to keep the pressure up, play aggressive. We trade spits. I'm actually getting the better of him a little bit here. He holds, my dash is slow, I get hit. But I'm good to kind of post up here. I have shell, so I'm not too scared. Probably should have played that corner a little bit more aggressively, but that's okay. I think I'm faking the back here, sorta. A little bit awkward. He's gonna get that angle on me and spit again. You can hear me a little bit frustrated. Thankfully, I got that spit back on him, so it's pretty equal. I would say I have the advantage here because I have my dagger and I have shell, right? But the missed auto attacks, make it so my my advantage is a little gone there. If he'll step up foolishly, kind of reads me a little bit. I stay here. I want those minions, obviously, so I'm not just gonna back. At least clear those three, and I should more or less make it back in here in time. Finish the defensive item. Check the builds here. Looks like I have a full defensive item. If he stays for that red, I'm not quite sure exactly what the timer is, but I have a good advantage I can press right here because I have that completed item. So even though he's up 600 gold on me in the counter there, if he doesn't go back and spend it, I'm actually the one with the advantage. So it looks like he did go back. I'm trying to figure out what item he got there. Didn't quite get a look. Trolled a couple autos out, but that's alright. Trolled the spit too, and he got the better of it, so I'm going to dash out. He follows me, and I get a good ult. Again, I feel good because I have my shell in my pocket, right? My Dagger of Frenzy is going to be coming back up, so I feel like I have the pressure here. Maybe look for a little spit there, and it hits, right? So then he doesn't want to play anymore. He's going to kind of back off. See, maybe I can stop the back, but, it's not really worth it. The red buff's up. I'll just clear the minions and take the free buff. Now I'm starting to kind of even out that gold deficit. I can play this slow because, for the most part, I've been getting outplayed here. So if I have the, opportunity to get a little bit of farm and catch myself back up, I should take the slow route and kind of build it back brick by brick versus going all in and then, digging myself in a bigger hole when I actually had the opportunity to come back a little bit. So it's a good idea for me to just farm up here, clear these buffs really quick. Maybe I can contest a purple. I bet he's on it right away, right? I think yeah, hear him clear it. It's okay. Maybe a bit ahead. Maybe we can dodge the spit this time. Well, of course not. But looks like we're ahead here in the trade. Nice dash. Well, we both kind of troll there. I missed the auto to kill him, but he misses his ult, so that's definitely a bigger misplay for him than me. And just start chasing him out. I don't want to let him back too easily. I want to try and gain a little bit more ground on him here. So instead of going for that minion wave, I'm going to take this blue buff. I know he's not going to come and contest me, because I'll mess him up if he does, right? And kind of putting him in a position where, like, if I went to the wave first there, you know, and he backs right away, he's just going to come back and defend that blue by the time I'm there, right? And I don't have an advantage anymore. So it's kind of nice that I clear out that jungle camp, and if he makes the misplay, he doesn't want to give me that camp, and he comes back, I get the kill there, right? Instead of just kind of following him around. And now it's starting to look like we're actually more or less pretty equal here. Gold's not too far off. I'm down by about 100. That's not going to be relevant at all. And the levels are equal at the moment. It's probably got a slight XP edge, but that's not too important either. I feel good that I can start, you know, kind of all in this guy. This time, yep, looks like I dodged the spit there, read that one a little bit. And I'm okay with the minions. The game's getting a little later. They can pull up. That's fine. Missed my dash. You know, ulting the minion wave actually isn't the worst there, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of gains me back some time, and then I can step up on him a little bit more. Missing the spit kind of sucks. Somehow the auto hits though, so that's alright. If I save the spit, I'll be able to use it right there, and that would be pretty strong. Instead, I'm gonna play my distance. Of course, I get hit by that one, right? But I'm able to give it back. Nice, and that's some good pressure out. Buff timers are a little bit away. Not much to do here. It's gonna reset, I think. We're definitely going different build paths. It looks like his, you know, double stacking, going for really, you know, large amount of power, right? I'm kind of going more traditional ADC here, so anytime I can just, you know, pull him into an auto trade, it's gonna be pretty good for me. Anytime he can sit back and kind of bounce a spit off the minions and hit me with a big ult, that's kind of where it's going to be bad for me, right? I haven't seen him on the map for a while, so I'm thinking maybe he went to Lost Night. Give it a quick check. Well, he did not. I see these buffs coming up. I could just start contesting him in mid again, but he's kind of got that mage build, right? Where he's going to spit on the minions, it's going to suck. So instead, I'm going to take a little bit of farm. Minions are still going to be there. Instead of going to the wave, I'm going to try and contest him out here. I'd rather 1v1 him in the jungle than in the minion wave. That's okay, I might lose, you know, 1 or 2 melees in the tower here. It looks like it's just 1. And overall, not too bad. Okay, I kind of own him with the autos right there. He gets that good angle again, kind of sucks, but I dash in. Nice, that ult's probably going to be the end for him. Our cooldowns are pretty similar. But yeah, him turning to try and shoot me right there was definitely bad. I think he probably should have kept running away. I don't know if it would have worked out for him, but, you know, it's definitely a higher percentage than him trying to turn and box me right there. Now this feels pretty good. I have a more useful relic in the late game than he does. That Sunder's really good early, it might help him out with the kill or getting that jungle buff. But when it comes down to these late game fights, I mean, that Sunder's not going to be nearly as relevant as my shell is. And he's going to have to get, you know, he's going to have to barrel stuff me to even hit with the Sunder, right? So, you know, it's kind of a misplay, honestly, I think, to go Sunder on Medusa in the mirror match, but to my benefit, right? Again, I haven't seen him on the mini-map, so maybe he's looking at a Lost Night. Important to check that. I don't want to give it to him for free, especially when I'm starting to, you know, turn the game here. I don't know what he was doing there. He definitely could have cornered me a little bit better. Kind of trolls the ult on the way out as well. So now I'm feeling really good, right? Pressure this minion wave out. Maybe I could have checked the blue, but, you know, I don't have my ult up either, so it's not the biggest misplay, right? Give him a little bit of room to breathe. Alright, now he's going to be checking the Lost Knight for me here, I'm pretty sure. Yep, so I can kind of... Yep, that was... This is not the best play by him. So I'm just going to get really far ahead off that kill there. Take the Lost Knight, check his buff. Obviously it's down, right? But I'm still going to grab that timer. Looking at the mini-map, I think I'm going to clear out these minion waves, probably take my red and reset. I could keep pressuring him, right? I feel pretty strong. I mean, I'm almost 3 levels up, and I could win that way. But, you know, I was pressured out pretty bad in the early game. We're winning it back brick by brick, kind of. Might as well just secure the farm, take the extra 2-3 minutes to really guarantee that I'm going to win this one. Kinsblade's probably not the most optimal last item for me, but at this point it doesn't really matter. And to buying that tier 1 axe, right, I can pivot to any other item I decide. So he tries to pull a nice little corner on me, and that was a good idea, honestly. Hits the Sunder, but it's not going to matter. I still have 2 active items plus my real active, right, so... That's kind of just over for him. Give him the cooking tin. Yeah, give him the cooking tin, right?
Yeah, 1v1.
Take a look at the stats, kind of some post game stuff here, and then we'll take a look at that hurt game. He didn't say GG back though. He had me early though. I was stressing about it early. We're playing the same character. Alright, so here excuse me. Queued into the same guy again, so I've kinda got a little bit of insight into his mental. You know, he's not the most aggressive player. So I think I'm gonna punish him a little bit this match for it. Sunder might have been the correct play. Gives me a lot of early pressure, but I think the Blink's going to be a little bit better because Vulcan's slippery, right? He's going to be moving around a lot, throwing meatballs at me, back-shotting. You know, it's it's going to be a little bit tough to catch him. So I think the Blink's going to give me more utility overall. The Sunder would be nice. Now, I don't think he saw me, so that's going to end up being pretty bad for him. It's put into the corner. And plug back right there. Yeah, that's pretty dirty. And he has to blink out. I'm pretty happy about that. And I'm going to even be more aggressive here. I want you back, bro. Get fucked. Oh! Now you're in range. Oh. And it was a good thing he dodged that one. Now, instead of just going straight to the red, I'm going to watch what he does. I'm going to kind of pressure him, right? He steps left, I'm going to step left. Everywhere he goes, I'm kind of following him, and he's going to feel that, you know, is not safe anywhere on this map. Another Warriors X proc, another plug. It's pretty dirty, right? Now, his turret helped me out a lot there, holding on to the buff. I can kind of just pull it around this outer ring, make sure he's not doing anything crazy, and that buff's mine for sure. Now, this is a little bit awkward. My positioning's not the greatest here. I can't decide if I want to clear the wave or if I want to hit him. Obviously, hitting him is going to be the better play, so definitely play aggro here, he back shots, and boom. I guess that's backfire, right? But we'll call it back shots. Now I want to blink on him, but I'm gonna wait. Yeah, there we go. Right, wait until he casts that ability, so there's no potential for me to get outplayed. And I'm right on the buff right away, so this is looking pretty good. Now the smart play, as soon as this buff is done, is probably to back, spend that gold I have, and pressure that lead out. I might miss a few minions for it, but it's not the biggest thing in the world because I'm ahead anyways, right? So I might as well take advantage of the lead I've earned. Instead, though, I'm gonna stay. And I'm going to let him poke me out, and I'm not going to pop my heal. So now I'm starting to fall a little bit behind on the HP, even though I'm able to clear the wave. I'm getting even further down. I'm saving the 3 for that auto attack cancel, which is nice damage, but I think the sustain would have been better. This is a little awkward. I kind of want to play chicken with him. I end up getting poked out even more. I'm going to fake the back, see if he'll walk up. Not really taking the bait. I don't want to give him red for free, so I'm going to stick around. Popping the 3 there was a good move. And I'm going to just go and hit him here. Going to look for that kill. Hit the plug there. I don't know if I wanted to hit it, because now he's going to poke me out even more. It's getting a little dicey here. I want to make him cast on me here, right? So, fake the back, see what he's going to do. He doesn't see me. It's a pretty good guess. Good plug. But he hits 5, right? Oh, no. So, overall, just a little bit too greedy there, but that's alright. Technically, he's actually ahead of me right now. He's level 5, and he has more gold. But, when it really comes down to it, in the mental game, I'm very far ahead of this guy. I mean, he may have got the kill there, but he's been getting bullied out pretty bad. So, I'm going to keep that going. Like, technically he has the advantage on me, but I'm just going to keep pressing. Now, taking that a step too far, right, would be to just aggro on him right there. I need to go get my own buff for the sustain and the farm, right? That'll help me catch up a little bit. And now I can get back to playing aggressive. Gotta mix in a couple smart plays here when you're kind of WPing. Just clear the wave, don't mind if I do. Saving the 3 for the auto attack cancels. Yeah, I see his blues back up. I'm not going to let him have it for free. So see if we can kind of bait him into taking a fight with me. And he comes around the wrong way, which is going to be bad for him. It's another plug. Nice hold. There we go. I could have auto-attacked him once before I hit him with the 1 there. And that would have given me, a little bit more damage. Didn't really matter there. But, it definitely can matter. So when they're walking up to you and you have the distance there, definitely fit the auto attack in before you cast. Obviously, if it's out of range, just cast it, right, and start your combo. But I had an opportunity to hit a little bit more damage there, and I got too excited. Nothing's up on the map. I'm definitely not scared of him doing Lost Night. If he had the Thumper, he probably still couldn't do it, right? But then I might check it. So without the, I wonder what mod he took actually, because he doesn't have that Thumper out. Now, when I was playing Medusa, the Berserker Shield wasn't the best pickup, just because I'm, wasting stats on the magical defense. But against the Vulcan, it's actually quite good, because those magical defense procs are going to help me against him directly, and then I'm going to be tanking a lot of aggro from the minions and towers, because I'm probably going to be diving him and playing very aggressive, right? So those physical procs are actually going to help me out a lot, and it's going to be a great pickup for me here. I'm kind of angling my camera so I can see where he's walking up. See, I can't hang out there forever, right? So I need to step up. I could have blinked mid-ult cast there too, but it was just a little bit too much going on. So that's alright. He can waste his ult and his blink, and I'll just keep my blink. Another thing you might notice too when he's hitting me with those meatballs, I'm kind of always positioning myself so I get knocked towards him instead of knocked away from him. That makes a very big difference when you're playing a melee character. If I'm a ranged character, it doesn't matter too much, But this way I'm kind of always getting blown the way I want to go instead of, you know, the opposite direction. Again, he doesn't realize what's up. Kind of missed the pluck there, and unfortunately I missed those auto attacks, which could have been pretty dirty. That one hurt a little bit, but I'm still obviously far ahead of him even with all those missed autos. Heard him cast his abilities. He has no recourse here, right? So I'm just going to clear him out. And keep pressuring. He should be standing further back, honestly, because he's getting owned. I have Blink again, so I'm just going to wait for him to throw his meatball. Yep, and boom. There's like not even a potential of me getting outplayed if I wait. If I blink too early, I might blink right onto that meatball, and then I get blown back the wrong way in the worst case, and then I've kind of trolled myself. Taking a look at the build, looks like he's going into a breastplate second, which is very wise. He definitely needs some defense in this matchup. The Bancrofts 2, I feel like is a better play in Smite 1. The starting power on it in Smite 2, it just isn't as high as it was. It might be pretty good. I don't play mages too often. I just don't think it's the item you should be going first for him. I see you didn't pick up the purple. I assumed he was actually going to do that buff first, but now I know he didn't. Two missed plucks in a row there. It's alright though. Still very high HP. I've got all my stuff taken. And finally we had a plug. Didn't really do that much for us. I ended up getting that. Ulting during his ult was, it was decent. He might have that tremble mod. I think it's level 14 for it, but you never know. You don't want to get hit by some CC there when you have the means to avoid it. I knew this purple was up from that earlier info. Just clear it real quick, and then that's a free back for me. I see him pathing up from my minions, so I'm going to just hang out on this corner. Missed the plug, that's alright. I'm going to dash through that meatball so I can actually clear the distance. He ends up distancing himself pretty decently. Kind of walks the wrong way, needs 2 autos, but that's fine. I'm going to turn back and kind of, play a little mental game here with him. Stalling him out on the red buff is pretty nice because I'm going to get more pressure here. My minion wave's going to be allowed to press further into his territory. And that means I have pressure on the lane, right? So I can kind of do what I want, and he can't quite do what he wants. He's got, 3 archers plus a full wave coming in. If he chooses to just walk past that, it's kind of a win for me, right? So he either gives up the buff, or he, loses even worse. Looking back to on my build path, not that it matters too much, but I think I should have gone Hydras first instead of the Pendulum Blade. I noticed that he has a ward too, and I saw him walk into that left jungle. So I know he's got a ward on this, and I'm going to kind of bait him into coming over here. I'm going to pull it back to my side as well. It's kind of the basic strategy here, right? Make him cross the biggest distance to contest that from me. So now when I clear this distance, because I didn't really care about the Lost Knight, right? I wanted to bait him out fighting me here. He's kind of in a poor position. A bit awkward on the ult. I thought that would double tap. The first hit would get him, and then it would bounce off the wall. Didn't quite work out, but it still got him. Tried to hit him with the 2 through the wall, too. I'm sure if the wall wasn't there, that actually would have been pretty nice, but... I think I hit my head on the lip of the wall there when he knocked me up, too, because it seemed like it wasn't the full CC time there. But I'll take it. Free Lost Knight for me here. My clear time should be good enough.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Obviously, too, his Phoenix is down, right? So I could just press my minions up and win it right away. But I might as well take the extra 2 seconds just to really guarantee that I'm going to get my victory, right? Clear that jungle camp. It's not like he's going to gain anything for me taking a couple seconds off of pressing him. So I'll take that time to get that blue up. And then now I can kind of press forward and feel a little bit safer about it because I hit that level up earlier, right? Again, in this case, it doesn't really matter, but that's probably a good habit, right? To, you know, take a second to make sure your victory is going to be secured. It's an easy way to throw by pressing a little bit too hard once you have a single advantage. A little bit surprised that Titan comes up this far. I feel like I'm still in Phoenix range. It's alright, I'm so far ahead, even fighting him, his minion wave, and the Titan. It's not too bad. Obviously, it's pretty sloppy taking this much damage, but, you know, Merc's pretty busted. I have Lost Knight regen, I have my 3 regen, I have a Chalice going. I'm gonna be okay. Nice pluck there, push him out, pretty standard. Hit the Pendulum Blade. And there we have it. That one was a little rough for him. Herc's obviously pretty busted, so, you know, not too much he could have done. I wonder, though, if he went like a Soul Gem or a Gem of Focus first, if that would have changed it for him. I think the Gem of Focus would have been a pretty good one, honestly. That movement speed could have been pretty important. The Chronos Pendant isn't too bad, but yeah, you can just see off these numbers here that it was a little bit of a rough one for him. The rest of this, I have some Conquest gameplay that I'll probably be doing a play-by-play later with. We'll kind of go through that. But yeah, I got some more gameplay over here. I think in this one we played against Auto Speed, right? Well, I don't know. But yeah, that's it for it. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. That was a pretty fun one. And hopefully the commentary was insightful. Definitely talking a lot, but there's a lot of stuff going on. Too, with Hercules, you know, the auto attack cancels are pretty big. Let's see if I can kind of recap. I'm sure auto attack cancel here. But let's see, yeah, so we won right after we hit the autos. I guess that wasn't a good example of auto attack canceling since I kind of whiffed the ult there and not everything went according to plan. But, you know, auto attack canceling will add a lot of damage into your melee character's cycles. And it's going to be, you know, a difference between having a lot of pressure and just a little bit of pressure, right? So we can kind of make a video going over some of the auto attack canceling, how to do it, you know, and kind of the importance of it. This game was a pretty decent demonstration of it. You'll see me auto attack canceling on the buffs and the minions throughout the entire game. So if you want to slow it down, you can kind of see it. If you want to go back through that, or else, you know, I'll probably do a tutorial on that at a later time. Thanks for watching, and that's it. Peace.